is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zoo November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. It's Shenanigans time, where we talk about changing the payphone and walking the dog and all that good stuff. You don't even want to know, I promise. Really quick before we say hi to Dan and Hayden, we're going to give a shout out to the Patreons, because these guys, what do? They get me gas money. They feed my fat butt, and they keep me in the park so you guys can make contacts. So I appreciate each and every Patreon. If you noticed, it's version 2.0 style. It is color coded by what tier they're in, and I think it looks a lot better. Hopefully they do as well. We're not going to go over the Adventure Club because today is the first, and we just wrapped up the fourth quarter, and I'm not going to announce the winners of the fourth quarter until Wednesday night stream. And of course, the first quarter for this year is just a big bunch of ties from all the Patreon fees coming out at the first of the month. But we'll get back on track with that one on Wednesday. What's going on, Dan, Hayden?
Not a lot, buddy.
Not too much.
Looking for change in the payphone. How about yourself?
Always looking for changing the payphone.
That's right.
You know, it's hard to find a payphone anymore.
It
you
is.
Know, they've all went away. So
especially one with leftover change.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, here we go. I can already see another channel going on the Discord. We're gonna have the meatloaf and payphone.
Not a lot, man. Went out today, did an activation, and heard you working a lot down in Kentucky today.
Yeah, I went down to Kentucky. I was working on my Kentucky kilo.
Nice.
I'm trying to get kilos in all the states around me. So, I heard somebody talking about 20 unique kilos or something like that. And I was like, well, that's cool. But how about 20 unique kilos in 20 different states? That's really cool. Anyway, I've been out poding like a machine on the first of the year, like we all knew I would. I went out last night, first thing, and got my first activation in for the year. Several people made their first contacts with me last night, and that's always a good thing to hear I'm their first contact of the year and stuff like that. So always a good thing. But then today, I also went out again. I think I've got like 6 activations for the year already on day one, but I had several new park to parks that I'm not used to. And 2 of those guys actually told me that they're out there activating because of me. And that just really made me feel really good inside, spreading the word and getting people out activating POTA. That's what it's all about. And you know what's really cool is, Dan, me and you's not the only one that went out and activated today. This guy down here.
No,
yes, he
I was
did.
out today too. Had a great time today. Went out to the home park and got 86. No, what was it? 68.
68.
My dyslexia kicked in. 68 contacts today. Most of them were park to parks. I was just sitting back and spinning the dial, having a great time. I have 106 more for my kilo at the home park, so I'll be out there knocking them out again tomorrow.
Well, if you would have got 69, you'd only had 105 more.
That's true. But we don't math on Shenanigans.
That's right.
Yeah, it was a great time. Had a fox come by and check things out. Snapped a couple pictures of him and just out having a good time.
What?
A couple pictures of him?
Yeah, it was a fox. A furry whitetail fox.
A him that was a fox?
It was an animal.
I thought Eddie got you a gift card or something.
Oh, yeah, right. No, it was wildlife.
Well, I mean, I'm from West Virginia, and trust me, even the foxes are wildlife around here.
Well, yeah, that could be.
Oh, shenanigans. Anyway, yeah, so for those of you who do not keep a close follow on me, shame on you. But I did finish up the Bailey Sprott Challenge actually finished it as soon as UTC rolled around. And actually, PP Man was my 10th contact on my Bailey sprocket. So congratulations to him. And thanks to everybody who worked with me all year. And then Saturday, I did do, just as I promised, my first CW activation before the end of the year. And yeah, I butchered it. And
that was fun.
but I had fun. And since then, because of my goals that I've added, I've actually activated a second time. I think I got 14 or 15 the first night of the year. And but people were talking about James is going to do 5,000 CW contacts this year. That's a lot for him because he's just learning CW. Yeah, it probably is. But I mean, when you break it down, uh,
That's right.
Cougars. That's right. That's right. Oh, we definitely got some cougars around here. One of them tried to get me to open the side door of the bar and sneak her out one night. That's a different story though. But so if you break it down, that's only 14 CW contacts a day. For 365 days. And then people's like, wait a minute, you got to make CW contacts every day though. Yeah, you got to stay on the radio it's goals, But I totally killed it. I had 19 last night, and every park that I've been in today, I did get CW park to park. So I don't think it's going to be that hard. Just keep it going. I figure I'll go out and do my late shift every night, and I'll just go ahead and spot myself in the. I got a little group right now. I'm not ready for a full CW activation of spotting and all you guys coming at me like madmen because I've listened to that and I know how my pileups are, and I'm not ready for all that crap.
Wow,
but
give you a headache.
But I am enjoying doing it. I've got about 14, 15 people that come and they hunt me, and they're patient, and they work with me, and by the end of February, I look to be fairly good at CW, just doing that. Then start spotting and dealing with the headaches, but I don't think 5,000 is going to be hard for me.
Practice makes perfect. Before you know it, you'll be running 35 words a minute with the boys.
No. I done told the boys, y'all can have. I have no desire to ever go over 17, 20 words a minute. That's just the max I ever want to phantom. I hear people doing that stuff, and I'm like, nah, no.
Yeah, it's like I'm sending a short little conversational QSO, not a Stephen King novel here.
Now you guys got to remember, you guys have heard my pileups, so you everybody's like, man, you must type really, really fast. And I'm okay. I do not type two-handed, by the way. I'm a pecker. Yeah, that's right. I'm a pecker.
You got that right. Yeah.
But I'm fairly quick at it, and I get it done. But doing CW, first off, I can do 15 words pretty easy. I did my activations at 12 just because it gives me a little more time, because I'm not even real familiar with all the letters. So I'm getting call signs that have letters I'm not familiar with. The 12 words gave me more time to get those in and get those in my logger as well, because it's something. It takes something to get used to. But with everything, if you don't practice, you're not going to do it. And if anybody would like on my list, I will put other people in my list. You have to be a member of my Discord to get in my list. Terry, he did me on CW, and Terry was not ready for that CW contact as I was. I'm not.
He did a great job though. I was listening to him. I think he thinks he did worse than he did.
He was clear. He was good and clear, but I could tell he was panicking as much as I was.
Yeah. And I did get him in my log today too, Terry. Thank you so much for hunting me.
Yeah, he says he got all three of us today.
Yeah.
3 shenanigans.
Three shenaniganers.
I think the Texas boys had a big park activation going on today. I got Jason and Mike and my alter ego Frank for the first time in the log.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tank
Got Jason.
radio. I hollered
Tank.
at him. I said, "Nice to get tank radio in the log," and he gave me a big old loud tank radio. Over the
I
exhaust.
missed Mike, but I got Jason and Tank park to park. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always good. They were coming in real clear. I remember when I first started hunting them guys, I would have to. I think the first time I hunted Mike, I was listening to SDR just to get him in the log.
Yeah, they sounded great.
Yeah, it was great today.
40 was pretty
40
crappy
was
this
up and
morning. Yeah, 17 was really good. 20, I couldn't. I got on 20 early because I figured I need to find my little 3KC and own it because if I leave, I'm not gonna be able to come back. And I did that. I left for a while, then I tried to come back to 20, and it was packed like sardines. It was crazy.
I'm trying to look. I got California today on 20 meters. Which was surprising.
I've been absolutely killing Oklahoma on 40 meters. And even 80.
Really?
Learning enough CW to do a POTA activation is on my 20 to 23 to-do list. So, Stu, do it to it. I'm going to say start hunting now. That's what's helped me the most. Yes, I practice every day with the technique that I'm learning from the Long Island CW Club. But what's helping me the most for the activation is doing the hunting every day, and that's the best thing I can say. If you hunt them, you're gonna learn. You're still going to be overwhelmed, but all I can say is just find you a group of people that want to practice with you and make some contacts. You know, you're not going to learn by not doing it. So.
Yep, hunting is the way to go. And as hard as it is, look at the spot list for CW. Try to find the frequency, but don't look at the call sign. I know they're right next to each other, and it's really hard. But tune to the frequency and see if you can copy the call sign. Then go check the spot list, see if you got it right. It's a real fast way to double check and see if you're copying good.
So I'll be honest, I got, like I said, I've got this group on my Discord, and only the people that I've put in that group can see this. So they all knew where I was going and stuff like that. But all the people that I had put in that Discord, the ones that I knew for sure was going to hunt me, like I've got a CW app on my phone, and I literally would put all their call signs in this app, and all the way to work, I would play it on the speakers in the car, their call signs over and over and over. And I kind of did like I did with taking my radio test. I did a word association. So, like, for example, for Dan, it ends with Delta Alpha November. You know what I'm saying? His was easy. The PP man, Kilo Echo 8, Papa Tango X-ray. That's almost my call sign. So his was easy. I just did some association and that's the way I got through it. I still butchered a few call signs a couple of times, and it wasn't like I was in a pileup of my sideband people and everybody's just there piling on. I just threw a couple of dids out there and I restarted, and everybody waited patiently, and it all worked out good. We actually did, believe it or not, we were doing a dual activation, 2 first CW activations, myself and James of the North. We were like two away from each other, and people were just going back and forth and working us both. So it was something.
Yep, that was really cool. Lou, what's up, buddy? See you in the chat.
Howdy from Tampa.
I tried to hunt them today, and I just couldn't hear them. I heard both of them out there. They sounded. The band was too close for me that they were on, and I was hoping that I would see them on 20 meters because I was hitting Florida on 20 meters really well.
I was really surprised how many activators was out today for it to be winter. I mean, yes, I get it. There's a warm front to move through. If it would have been 2 weeks ago, you would have not had that number.
It was 55 degrees for me today.
But I was actually shocked how many people were out there today. So,
Scott, Kilo November 3 Alpha just hit it on the head. I've noticed on CW there are a lot more. There's less buttholes than there are on SSB phone, and he hit it on the head. He says as a new CW operator, he's thrilled to have new ones, and he'll slow down as slow as he needs to go, basically, to get the contact, and he likes to see new people. So.
and here's the thing. I'm still horrible at it, and I know I am. I got a long way to go. That's just like every time I'm getting one of these parks, I'm technically park to park with them, and I'm not good enough to make them know that I'm park to park. So it's horrible because I'll go after I work them, I'll go on the spotter and I'll put thanks for the park to park and put my park number, because they're going to get credit for it anyway as long as they're in one park, because POTA will recognize that. But I just want to let them know, hey, I'm actually in a park. It's very rare, although Dan got to see a unicorn before the stream, y'all, and it's not really it's not really a unicorn because the New Year's rolled over. But before the stream started, Dan actually watched me hunt a park from my house, not as activator, but from my house, and he was tripping out. He's like, oh my goodness.
I almost fell out of my chair.
And that's actually
not what he called it. He didn't call it a unicorn. He called it something else.
What did I call it?
I don't remember.
A blue grasshopper.
Blue grasshopper. But it's actually, I think, my fourth or fifth one today I hunted, and I hunted one last night. I've hunted a couple of CW. I've got Michael Alpha Sierra Echo last night, and matter of fact, Michael, you haven't uploaded your log, because I asked him today when he parked me. I was like, did I mess up something in that contact or something? No, you're in my log. He's like, I haven't uploaded it yet, because I'm actually will be doing a hunt every day this year, because I'm actually doing the Bailey Sprott, both activator and hunter this year, because I love pain and punishment, so I just inflicted on myself.
I enjoy the suffering.
But I also, right before I came on and met these guys in the back room here, I got Robbie as well on CW and like 3 sideband parks. So
cool.
I'm definitely covered for day 1. And then when the stream is over, it'll be day 2. So before I go out to do my park this evening, I'll go ahead and hunt a couple.
David, yes, it would. A park to park is a hunt.
See you later, Steve.
Steve, have a good dinner. Steve, maybe you can answer this question, because I know you're with POTA before you leave. I know a park to park is a hunt. Does that count in the Bailey Sprott? And he may done be gone.
I wouldn't see why not. I mean, it goes in your hunter log.
But
even in my hunter log.
Even if it does, I'm still going to legitly hunt one from the house every day. Okay. Well, from the house or from the road, not in a park, because I have been known if it's somebody that I need or somebody needs a contact. There's been several people I've pulled over to, like, we need 3 more.
Yeah, because I got my 2023 Hunter Award for New Year's Eve just from going out and doing all the park to parks today. So it should.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm just curious if it's does he must have headed out.
I do got to say, from the standpoint of helping people out, James, driving down the road, seeing on Discord on your phone that somebody needs, at least like 2 more contacts, you pulling over on the side of the road and probably putting up the Eagle 1.
Yes, I put the Eagle 1
right on the side of the road just to make that contact or something else.
I can think of a time where Joseph X-Ray Lima Sierra needed one, especially. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, I'll pull over for you. He's like, no, don't do that. It's like, I'm already pulled off. and I've got a couple people like that. I mean, well, I'll tell you what, like, we did the dual CW activation, and a lot of people wasn't hearing James from the north, and they were getting me. I had mine wrapped up fairly quick, I had 16 or so and he was on 4. And I just kept on, doing some. And then I went over and finally worked him, and he kept going. Well, somebody asked us, said, you guys both activated on the SS on Discord, and he's like, James has been activated for 45 minutes. I still need one more. This is after he parked me. So I was like, hold on, I got you. And I worked him with my club call. I did CW with my club call.
Yeah. I couldn't hear him on 40 at all. I waited till he got to 20, and then we made the contact on 20 there.
It's actually cool. I've got my club call actually come through on my activation, CW activation, and which I spotted it in the club thing, and I'm wondering which one of the guys got it. I'm figuring probably Randall, but maybe John. I don't know. Them guys are good. I always tell them, I was like, look, if you see me spotted, even if you don't care about POTA stats, come hunt me with the club call, because I try to build our club call as big in POTA as I can. They don't hunt that much, but what are you sharing, Hayden?
I found a cool piece of code today, and I did an update on my QRZ page, and I just wanted to share that with everybody in the stream. Let me make it.
Are you gonna actually leave it up this time?
Well, yeah, I didn't know it was going to pop up, but yeah, there's this cool new piece of code that tracks all of your POTA stuff onto your QRZ page.
Well, who the hell made that? That looks awesome.
Some dude down in Georgia named Dan.
Yeah. Oh, that guy who gives 3-3 golf alphas.
Yeah.
He accepts meatloaf donations, guys.
That's right. I do.
So I thought this was just so cool. And it's got all of my stuff from today, and it updates as I hunt, like I hunted Kurt here from home, and it goes right in there. And I just thought that was the neatest thing.
Like when you say right in there, like immediately in there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's a matrix delay.
Well, basically, that's a different way to view what's on your public POTA profile page. So as soon as it's posted to your profile page, it'll be on there.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. That's not instant. Now there was a guy, and I can't even remember who it was. This was back when I first started activating, and it was super, super cool. But after every 10 contacts that he made while he was out in the park, you could go to his QRZ page and look, and it would show his last 10 contacts that he made out there. And you could see if you actually had got your call through right. Because, a lot of people, a whole lot of people. As a matter of fact, it happened today. I said the guy's call sign 3 times, and he said yes. And I'm looking at the name, and the name says Susan. And finally I said, are you absolutely sure that this call sign is? And he said, oh, no, but I mean, people are new and they get in a hurry and they can't hardly hear. But, if an activator is repeating your call, they're probably repeating it for a good reason. Because, Susan almost got a contact and you almost didn't today.
And especially this time of year, because as we put in your call sign, it'll tell us what state you're supposed to be in. And if you're visiting family in North Carolina, but you're really from Wisconsin, and it pulls up Wisconsin, and then you say North Carolina, I'm gonna ask you again what your call sign is.
Yeah, I do the same thing. And you know what? I'm gonna be totally honest about this, guys. When you hunt me on POTA, all I really need is your call sign. Okay. Like if I got your correct call sign, I don't care if you are remote in from Billings, Montana, and you're from Zimbabwe. I don't care.
Hell, Michigan.
If you're in vacation over in Chattanooga and you're from Maine, I don't care. I like it. It's cool. You guys can keep that for your records. But honestly, when you say again, so you're from Maine and you're 5'9" from Tennessee. It will slow me down more to say, "Are you sure you are?" Than you just say, when I say Kilo Bravo Force Sierra Mike Tango, and you just say QSL, you are 5'9". Thanks for the hunt. You don't have to even tell me the state if you don't want to.
That is right.
And I don't care that you do it, but I'm just telling you, you're going to slow me down. So, I mean, it's not necessary. All I need is your call sign.
Let's see.
So if anybody's interested in updating their QRZ page with that cool little code, I put the link to it in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
And it's a fine job you did with that, Dan. I really like that.
Thank you very much, buddy. And hopefully a lot of people will use it. Let's see. POTUS public service announcement. I think Toby mentioned it a couple days ago, but our beloved Toby, Alpha Delta 2 Delta Charlie Delta, excuse me, will be doing a POTA activation tomorrow. Yes, You heard that right.
That's true.
And let's see, she's going to be running the Whiskey 2 Papa special event call sign for the Battle of Princeton. And she's hoping to be on the air around 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. So be sure to check her out and go work her.
I'm quite jealous because I will be at work. Yes, that is work, Jason 2.0. I do have a job. If anybody worked a live stream last night, you'll know why I did that. Anyway.
Hey, there's please copy Alpha 00.
Scott, Hayden is about to send you a message and tell you how to get hooked up in Discord. And when you do that, I will put you in that CW room.
I'll give you permission. For that.
And please copy, Kyle. You know what? I'm sorry, guys, but Kyle is late, so you guys can blame Kyle. I really want him to see his name in the Discord role. So we're going to thank the Discords one more time because this is Shenanigan. So please copy, Kyle. I want you to see your name. You will be yellow because that is your tier. So when the yellows come up, pay attention, Kyle.
Here we go.
Here we go. It's coming.
Copy.
Oh, there we go.
Love it.
Please copy. Kyle in the Patreon. As soon as I seen his name, I said, I so know what I'm putting on there.
What's up, Eric?
I don't know if POTA is officially not doing it or not. I don't know. But I can tell you that I'm doing it. So, I don't. If POTA don't do it, I don't know if I will do it hunting because there's no way for me to even keep up with it. Because I could just I think I worked the park that day. So I don't know if POTA don't do it, I'll scratch her off the list of stuff. I like Jason was asking everybody last night what their goals for 2023 was, and I just basically told him, said, guys, I'm not going to tell you all my goals because I did a whole stream on it, and you guys are going to think I'm an overachiever anyway. So yeah. I was like, let me tell you about my busy weekend.
Hey, David, you're welcome, buddy.
Oh, anyway, so glad you had a good activation today, Hayden. That is awesome.
That was great.
You surprised me when I heard your call sign say park to park. I was like, all right.
I got you a couple times park to park too.
Yeah, I know.
Awesome.
I know.
It's so much fun. I'm going to do it again tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. I've had so much fun for the last, about 400 and some days. I'm going to do it again tomorrow too.
You're going to go to 2 parks in 2 consecutive days?
Absolutely. Same park.
No, he's going to go to the same park.
Shenanigans.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, good stuff. I think a lot of people are going to be doing a lot more activations this year, so that's going to be good.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing twice as many as last year.
That's right.
So, Dan, are you off all week? I think
I am.
Yeah, yep. So you're going to be out all week, right?
I am.
Hey, you might take the early lead over top of me, man.
Hey,
I
there we
gotta go
go.
to work.
Make sure I take a screenshot of it and frame it. And say you're lucky I have a job.
Yeah, it's funny because Kyle actually asked what my numbers were for the year on the stream last night, and I'll go ahead and give you the whole rundown of why I did that whole job thing, and and I gave a close roundabout number because I don't know if everything's even hit the things, and Jason's like, well, you can do that when you don't have a job, and I was like, I do have a job. Yes, I only work 4 days a week instead of 5, but that's because I used to work 5 and I took off a day to start working on my YouTube, and I'm hoping that after February everything goes well and I take off at least another day of work. So
you have a job. You have to deal with very random people walking into your place of work and wearing or having in their possession weird masks.
Listen, you want me to tell you what kind of people I deal with? I want you to go on 80 meters tonight and try to
That's
do
all you need to say.
Try to do anything on 80 meters besides talk about a colonoscopy or your wife's macaroni and cheese salad or cussing your buddy out.
Speaking of that, first lit encounter of 2023 didn't take long this morning. Didn't take till about 8:30 or 9 o'clock this morning, and I had sirens and music on 40 meters trying to cover me up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I was proud. I was like, hey, they're still there. I'm glad you're still alive after the holidays and doing okay in the basement.
Oh, good to see Reed in the chat. Reed was out activating today. I did not get to get him park to park, but I know he was out there because
he was my first contact this morning.
I know he was out there because Mark from Cincinnati said, I got my West Virginia 2 for today. That's what Mark calls me and Reed. He actually when we went to Dayton last year, he had to meet us both and have lunch with us. So.
I know Scott said he was leaving, but he's in Discord now, and I added him to your CW channel.
The King's first CW
Yep,
activation.
he's in there.
Good deal. All right. So that'll get him where he needs to be. Oh, I'll have to practice another call sign now. Or I could just learn all the letters and learn to say them better, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
I do have a class tomorrow. Once again, every Monday, myself, Dan, PP Man, and Kilo Oscar 4, November Lima, aka the Lucky Spa. We do a CW class in Long Island CW, and then all week we try to practice and hold each other accountable. And it's good if you can get a group of people like that, and if anybody else is wanting to learn CW and stuff, get up with us, and you're welcome to join along and try to practice with us and stuff like that. We'll help anybody out.
Oh yeah.
Some people say we're good people,
and we'll have fun doing it.
So Dan, I want to know if you have a brother.
I do not.
You do not have a brother?
No, I do not.
Do you have?
There's something I should know. I do have a sister.
You do have a sister?
Yeah.
Is she a Patreon of Tank Radio?
She is not. That I know of. I don't think she has anything to do with ham radio.
Okay. I was just curious because Dan was an awesome person who bought me a DX10 for Christmas, and somebody actually bought Tank Radio a DX10, one of his Patreons. So we're kind of in the Patreon Appreciation Club together now.
That is nice.
Oh,
whoever did that for Tank, you're awesome. That is cool. That is very good.
You're definitely awesome, and I can tell you I know personally how much Tank appreciates you because I know how much I appreciate Dan.
I wonder if that's what he was using today.
Probably.
It sounded really good.
Really good. Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Now is when James says, "Of course, it sounded good. It was a Yazoo."
I mean, I
Well,
don't
that
even.
just goes without saying.
I don't even need to say that. You know, an ICOM sounds good too. As you're running it over.
As you're running it over. Oh my God.
Ray Novak's going to put a hit out on me one day.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be buying an ICOM.
Again, guys, ICOMs are great radios, and I just prefer Yaesus because they're more manly radios. Okay, you know. So for you know, if you like wearing the schoolgirl skirt as you're making contacts.
No, see, the Yaesus have better filtering where if the signal's really deep down in there, you can pull it better out of the payphone slot.
You know, I'll tell you what. That is a blessing and that is also a curse.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just
you know, I mean, you can just reach in there and grab the signal and just scoop it right on out.
By the way, I do my CW like this, guys. I don't do it like this. I do it like this.
That's right. That's right.
David says he wants to get one of those Eagle ones.
Is that why the muscles on your forearm are just so ginormous?
You know what, David? I will tell you what. If you will use the code HRAG, you will save, I think it's 10%. And I do not get any kickback from that whatsoever. And it doesn't cost you anything extra. You just get 10% off. Just because I think he's grateful that I sell a lot of antennas for him. And he gives you guys, I am the only YouTuber that has a code with Eagle One.
And I will vouch for the Eagle One. I've been using it since I got it and I love it.
There have been very few people who has got it and had any kind of complaints. I do know one who had a complaint, but other than that, everybody who's got one has really enjoyed it. So,
I love mine. That's the only one I activate.
Oh God, what's Kyle saying now?
I'm hoping the pileups on CW will be easier to break through with HRAG.
Well, you know, Kyle, you're in a room of like 15 or 16 people. There's not a real big pileup.
Here we go.
Yeah. The ones on the touchscreen models aren't bad. Now, the menu system on the 891, I want to chop my head off every time I try to find something.
Now look. Go ahead, James.
Here's the thing. I do not have an 891, guys. Okay, so I don't know about this 891 menu system that everybody
You have an 818.
But I do have an 818.
Same thing, pretty much.
It's fine. I have a 991A, which is super easy. Mm-hmm. I have a DX10, which now there is more buttons than I know what to do with right now because I'm a man and I don't need to read a manual. You know what I'm saying? I need to learn about this radio the same way I've learned everything else in ham radio by using it. So, you know.
If the Yaesu menu system is all you know or all you've ever known, it's not really that bad.
You know,
it's still pretty horrible.
That's what I hear.
It's a piece of cake. I'm telling you. But again, I don't have an 891. I hear they're horrible.
I'll show you down in Orlando.
If anybody would like to send me an 891 to have, I will teach you how to use it. Just because it's a Yaesu, I could add it to my collection, and then we'd have to put another radio down the bottom of the stream. Oh God, there went the stream.
Oh, PP.
At least it's Shenanigans.
Did I did in the house?
This fool here. He wants to call me when I'm in the gas station today. So I get back out and from pumping my gas, and I get in the car and I look and I got a missed call from PP Man. Yes, his name says PP Man on my phone. But I call him back and he's like, "Are you just going to lay in bed all day, or are you going to activate?" I'm headed to my second park, and I'm like, "Well, first off, I was pumping gas. I'm on my way to my first park of the morning, but I did 2 last night." So yeah, PP Man likes to bust my chops, but you know I can barely hear him when he's doing it, so it don't hurt. He's QRP. Are you gonna get up and activate a park today, or are you
just going to sleep all day.
I mean, that's why I can't when he calls my phone. That's why I can't hear it. It goes ring, 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 and he expects me to hear it. You know.
You turn your notification volume up. It's all the way up.
I'm mode.
I mean, you know, November 4 Charlie Whiskey Bravo called me and my side window of my car blew out, you know?
Yeah. You were in Kentucky and heard it in Logan County.
Yeah. Listen, Craig don't know. He no longer hunts me on the radio. He just goes outside and says, November 4 Charlie Whiskey Bravo. And I just get on the radio. I'm like, you're 5'9" plus, Craig. I tell you, there's some big signals.
We got some good hunters, that's for sure.
You got that right.
Kapow!
I got some power stations, and I love when people are jamming me, and those power stations get wind of it because they come through and they will just punch. That night on 7200, man, the noise level was like 40 over. You know, Voice of America, Rick Ashley, Donald Trump. It was just, and I still had people just punching through. And the crazy thing is I'm 100 watts. Well, I'm 83 watts and an Eagle One. And that we're going to get into wattage right here in a second too. And people were still hearing me. Like I would say, guys, I'm staying here all night. Don't go nowhere. And people were messaging me. We hear you. You're fine. We got you. And how I was getting through, I'll still never know. That's like the guys on 3860 or whatever. They're like, he's not in a park. His signal's too good to be in a park.
Yeah, that was funny.
And I told him, I said, well, you know what? You should let me talk to you from the house, and we'll see what you think then, because it sucks. But you just got to have the Zulu November to break a pile. But okay, so we're going to talk watts. Everybody wants to know the King's magic numbers and all this stuff.
69.
Everybody knows I do 83 watts on sideband. Everybody knows that. That's my magic number. But somebody asked me, so, well, what do you run on FT8? I run 33 watts. But now this is my problem. On QRP, my QRP radio, I do not have 3 watts. I've got 6, 5, 2.5, and 1, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't have 3 watts. Therefore, I don't have a single radio that does 3 watts. You know, Kyle told me to do like 5 watts on CW. I was running 13 because I didn't have 3. None of my radios have 3. So I'm hoping that the replacement to the 818, whenever it comes out, will do 3 watts because it's going to be my magic CW and QRP number, or 3/10 of a watt, whatever you need to do.
I was planning on 5 watts for my QRP activation this year.
Well, I mean, I've got several radios that'll do 5. I know a lot of times when I do QRP, I do 1 watt. But
we need to take a poll. What is QRP and what is QRO? If I run 10 watts, is that still QRP, or 15, 20? Where's the cutoff line?
I always thought it was 10.
Yeah. So if I run 10 watts, would that still be? Let's ask PP. If I run with your Oreo and my vow to you to do a QRP activation, if I run 10 watts, does that still count for you, PP, as a QRP activation? 10 and under. So if I run 9 watts, we're good. Because I want to get all the advantage I can here.
I've always heard 10 watts too. Yeah, I know there's people that say 5 watts, but I've always heard 10, and 10 is what I'm saying, even though I don't run 10.
10 watts sideband, 5 watts CW and data. Okay. Okay.
Unless you have an 817, then it's 5 watts max.
Right.
Which is why I don't play with QRP anymore. I did that the first 15 years of being a ham.
Well, the 818 is 6 watts max.
Yes.
That's what I have. So.
Well, I'll start off at 5 watts for my QR. 1 is QRPP. Under 1 watts is QRPPP.
Well, I know the other day when I did QRP, I ran 6 watts, and everybody said that I was destroying the world.
I'll start at 5 watts, and if it doesn't go too well, I will jack the power up to 9. Take a big jump.
I guess I'm going to have to break down and redo my QRZ page because it hasn't been updated. Like when I first become a ham, I was obsessed with updating my QRZ page, and it ain't been since I become a general and started doing POTA. I ain't touched that thing.
You ain't got time.
I've never had anything in my bio until this, and it's really neat. It self updates.
So funny stuff. So
that's true, PP. 5 watts to 10 watts is double the power, and that's 3 dB, which is an S unit. So yeah.
No,
good little tidbit of information there. 5
that?
Watts to 10 watts. When you double your power, that's equal to 3 dB, and 3 dB is equal to 1 S unit on the radio.
So how do I run 2.5 watts and get 3 out of it? Somebody in the chat tell me how to do that.
Turn your mic gain up a little bit.
I mean, can I run a 0.5 watt amplifier with my QRP rig?
You need to get an amplifier that takes 1/100 of a watt input and puts 2.5 watts out.
3 watts out.
Because if I can run 3 watts on QRP, like it'll be like I need a flux capacitor. That's what I need. I need a flux capacitor. Anybody who does flux capacitor upgrades to an 818, let me know.
Yeah, hey, run it through a tuner. It'll drop your wattage.
Run it through the tuner to your Eagle One, and there's your 3 watts.
Yeah,
there we go. That's a good idea.
Man, PP man is smart.
Hey, and if you have a manual tuner, if you want to drop your wattage even more, just untune it a little bit.
There we go. You guys got jokes. Talking about tuners now. You know, I'll tell you what. I happen to know a guy who uses a tuner, and he's got more contacts than all you guys talking trash about tuners combined last year. So I'm going to say tuners are cool.
Use a tuner. Yeah. Internal, external.
I use a tuner because I'm just too damn lazy to string up 12 antennas in a tree for each band.
Even QRP tuners.
Listen, that's again, that's what it always goes back to Eagle One for me because, you know, people want to say it's not the best antenna. Correct. It's not. You know, if you're just activating on 40 meters and you're going to be in a park for 3 hours, throw up an in-fed half wave. Heck, even if you're doing 20 and 40. But if you're going to do a 6-park rove and you might want to do all 10 bands at those parks, take a Eagle One and a manual tuner, and you can destroy the world.
When I do my kilo in a day goal, I'm actually going to throw a big old inverted V as high as I can get it. I might get it up 80, 90 feet in a pine tree and just sit out there all day.
80 or 90 feet in a pine tree.
Yeah.
So will you film yourself doing the throw up the tree?
Well, it's just a slingshot that I use and a spinning reel to spool the line off, and that way I can just reel it right back up.
Now, I'll tell you what, I watched a guy last year at Summerfield Day. He uses a fishing rod and with a tennis ball on it, and he sits there and he rocks the tennis ball back and forth a little bit, and then all of a sudden he just goes with that fishing rod, and man, he could get that thing way up there. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah. You'll be surprised. Those little weighted throw bags. You just do a little loop and you spin them around, you let them go, you'll be surprised how high they go.
PP Man says Thomas Witherspoon did the PP Man 1/10 of a watt challenge today. Well, you know, I don't even have a radio that does a 1/10 of a watt, because if I did, I would do it and make more contacts than you, PP Man. Maybe
the challenge has been presented.
Oh, he about died the other day. He's like, "Oh, so what'd you get on your QRP activation?" I can't remember what it was. And I told him, he's like, "On QRP?"
Yeah, that was funny when I said I'm going to go for my kilo in a day, and you said you might want to spot with my call sign.
Well, I gotta have the radio, PP Man, and I'm not using a Nikon because these hands, they're not meant for a Barbie mic.
A Barbie mic. I knew it was coming. I was waiting for it 20 minutes ago when we were talking about Yaesu and Nikon.
You know what?
Well, we just figured that out. Then we just put your 818 on a 1 watt and run it through a tuner.
Somebody needs to let me use a 705 for a real quick TikTok video.
Are they going to get it back in one piece?
Yeah, no. I won't. I won't give it what it deserves. I just want a real quick TikTok video with it. Oh, funny stuff. We're coming up on the top of the hour, and I don't know who has a stream, Frank or Charlie or somebody, but somebody's streaming tonight. And I'm going to get off here, and as soon as the UTC rolls around, and I'm going to hunt my parks for today. And then I'm going to go out and activate my park for today and have the second out of the book, including my 14 CW contacts. Hopefully I'll knock them out tonight as well. So, and another thing I wanted to say is we're not only streaming tonight on YouTube, but we are streaming on Twitter. So shout out to anybody over on Twitter who's watching us. I don't know why you're not on YouTube watching us, but shout out to you anyway. So Hayden, what you got coming up, buddy?
Well, we'll be out in the park again tomorrow, working on the kilo. Hope to get everybody that's on there in the log.
Good deal, man. Good deal. Good to see you getting active, man. That's awesome. Dan, what you got coming? Oh, Lord. The lucky spa just rolls in as we're.
Oh, hey, yeah, he sure did. Right on cue. I'll be out in the park tomorrow and the rest of the week working on probably a double kilo and a repeat offender.
A double kilo and a repeat offender. Yeah. Listen to that. Good deal. Well, I will be at work tomorrow while Toby and Dan and Hayden is all activating. But I will activate tomorrow morning about 8 o'clock before I go, and I will activate when I get done. Other than that, we got a stream coming up on Wednesday. I'll be in the parks every single day, and I got a lot of stuff coming up this year. Really good stuff. So,
Terry,
poor Terry.
He got me. He ran up 5 flights of stairs the other day to work me, and it was a dupe.
I
said, I don't know how to tell you this, brother, but you worked me about an hour ago on the same band. He's like, no.
Terry, do you work tomorrow? Oh, the man of many masks. Do you work tomorrow? Oh.
He must be. He said he was running upstairs tomorrow.
I'm going to guess he does. At least I'm not the only one that has to do it. Although I might have to.
Oh, no. He's off.
Oh, he's off too. God. I feel left out. I can't wait to retire and go full-time YouTube. I'm ready for it. I'm over this whole going to work and can't POTA when I want to thing. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I hope to catch you, each and every one of you, on the air. I appreciate it. Make sure and catch the stream Wednesday night. And thanks for hanging out with us on the Shenanigan Crew. 73, everybody.
73, guys.
73, everyone.